Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a BI Rabbi. I'm Rabbi Adam Stein, and I'm coming to you from Jerusalem, from the Baka and German colony neighborhood, where a lot of you may have spent some time. Rabbi Infeld and his family were here for a while, walking around these streets, and it's definitely a big part of my life and history, having spent a lot of time living here in my 20s, I'd say, about 20 years ago or so, living and studying and having meals and holidays and Shabbat with people, and really just the memories come flooding back, and it's not just my personal memories, but really community and peoplehood and historic memories. Just walking around in a place, not just the old city, but any part of Jerusalem, where there are streets named after people in the Bible, in parts of the Torah, like Genesis, like we're reading now, just streets named after Yehuda and Rivka and Rachel Imenu, Rachel, our mother, our matriarch, and streets named after rabbis in the Talmud. And we honor people in this way by naming things after them, by remembering them. And I have to say, yesterday I was in a place that was sad. There was some joy, but there was a lot of sadness as we were remembering someone very special to the Vancouver Jewish community. Reverend Marciano, Joseph Marciano, Yosef, someone who was part of our community, you probably heard, passed away a few days ago. And Yosef Marciano was part of our Vancouver Jewish community for a good 40 years. Shechting, slaughtering meat in a kosher manner, and leading prayer, and reading Torah, and teaching boys and girls for their bar and bat mitzvahs. And he was a constant presence, as so many of you experienced, at the Shaarei Tzedek cemetery and our cemetery and other cemeteries, working for the Chevra Kadisha and meeting with families, coming in a loving way to take the body of one of our loved ones back to the Chevra Kadisha after death, and bringing that body after the special rituals of tahara, of cleaning and purification, bringing the body for the important rituals of the funeral and the burial. And yesterday at Har HaMenuchot, the cemetery far on the outskirts of Jerusalem, so many people from the Vancouver Jewish community who came here, or just happened to be here, or live here, or people who lived in Vancouver 30 years ago and haven't lived there since, but have been living in Israel. So many of us came to remember Yosef. The rabbi of Shaarei Tzedek before Rabbi Rosenblatt spoke, one of Yosef's sons spoke, a few other people spoke, and all of them speaking in such a beautiful manner about someone who really made everyone feel special, and that's who Yosef was. And I have to tell you, as I took a bus way out to the cemetery, and then got out at the last day stop and started walking. And I got to the formal entrance to the cemetery, Har HaMenuchot, and I saw a sign. It said, "Bishvili nivra ha'olam," and right under it, it said, "Anochi afar ve'efer." And it's these two sayings that we're supposed to hold in balance somehow, or in tension. Now this sign was put up in memory of someone who was killed on October 7th. But the saying has been around for centuries, saying that on the one hand, the world was made for me, because the world was made just for one human being, for the first human being, for Adam and for Eve. All this world was made for one human being, so we can say as human beings, the world was made just for me, and I am unique and I'm special. And that's how Joseph made people feel. When we can be like Joseph Marciano, when we can make people feel special and unique like the world is created for them, that is a godly thing. But the saying also says, Anochi afar va'efer, I'm but dust and ashes. When we come to the cemetery and look around, I read that even as of 10 years ago, there were 150,000 people buried at that cemetery. And we realize that we are just dust and ashes. Yosef wouldn't make us feel that way, but he would make us realize that we go into the earth just like everyone else has, and we all become the same, but we are all unique and special at the same time. Shabbat Shalom.